So tell us a little bit about what it was like, let's say, go back in your mind for when you were in school and how you were formulating all of these ideas and what transpired as you were finishing that led you to where you are right now in this model that you've created.
Good question. So, the idea of Essence started when I was still in school. So, I went to Cleveland and Kansas City, graduated from there in 2022. So, this would have been maybe a year before graduation. So, spring-ish of 2021, I was just sitting in class one day. I think it was actually one of our business classes that we have to take at school. And, they were like, "What is your brand? Who is your ideal patient? What kind of services do you want to offer? Like,
Whoa,
what's
whoa,
going to be
whoa! I
the
gotta
vibe?"
stop you there because this is a question for later. But because you're hitting it right now, you got business in school.
A little bit, a very little bit, like, it was literally, I think, maybe 2 classes, 2
Okay.
classes. So, not a lot. I did get a lot of outside help, but this was in class, we had to do, like, just a very basic, like it was like a worksheet, I think, a little assignment. But it really just got me thinking about, like, what do I wanna do with myself? So that's actually when I came up with Essence, was then. I was like, I want it to be marketable, I want it to be something that's easy for people to say what it is, and I don't necessarily want it to be tied to just me because I had a bigger vision to have, like, all these other practitioners. So I didn't necessarily wanna call it like, oh, by the way, my full name, Dr. Bri Biehl-Jackson. So I didn't wanna call it like Jackson Chiropractic or something because then, you're coming to see, let's say, Dr. Vinny at Jackson Chiropractic. That doesn't make any sense. So I was like, let me go ahead and just do it like a universal umbrella brand. That way it can just have more longevity even if I'm not a part of it necessarily directly.
I think that's great. I started out with my name, and I really wish I didn't do that for the same reason. So I thought that was a great move.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a good move, and then I have some other friends that kind of went that same way where they kind of created a brand versus just, like, marketing themselves, and I think that's kind of what's led to so much success that I have now. So people are like, "Oh, yeah, Essence," instead of just being like, "Oh, yeah, Dr. Bree," and I'm like, "I guess," but yeah, the brand kinda carries a little further, even to the point you might not be able to see it in this light, but I actually have my logo tattooed on me right
Very cool.
there. Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
there it is,
Did you put
right
that on your
there.
Instagram?
Yeah.
I remember seeing that because I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had this vision, and then what'd you do right out of school? Did you start this immediately, or did you do something else just to
Yeah,
get
right out of
warmed up?
school. So, well, kind of. I had a regular job for about a year or so. In that process, I was refining my business plan. I was finishing up some entrepreneurial stuff, which I think we'll talk about a little bit later on how I did that. But then I was, just kind of like getting myself together as a business person. I didn't have any business credit, I didn't have any of that stuff. So I kind of spent that year just kind of fortifying the vision so that when it was time to ask for funding, they were more likely to give it to me and not just, like, some rando person, like, out of school that doesn't know anything and has no experience. So, that's what I did. I did not associate. I actually worked for the University of Arkansas in the athletics department. I did
Wow.
that for a year.
That's great. And you feel that all that experience helped you to really articulate your vision well to, in the business sense of the word, to lenders and such?
I think so, and then,
Cool.
I did work with, it's called the Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center. That's who I worked with. It's a government-funded thing, so every state has one, so it'll be different named, obviously, for whatever state you're in. But, yeah, it's federally funded, and they help small business owners and entrepreneurs kind of start their dream, and they help you lead you in the right direction in regards to, like, how do you get funding? How do you write a business plan? How do you, like, what are the people in your area looking for specifically? How many chiropractors are in your area? How many people are using their insurance on chiropractic? Stuff like that, just so you can kind of get a good scope of what you're going into because you obviously have no idea because you haven't done it yet, but they
Right.
do.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.